Guys, Sunday. What are we looking at today? Well, today we're looking at a brew that was made specifically for the Real Cobra Burnout by Founders. And that's Boom. Oh, I could be wrong. Looks like a beer probably made for everybody called Doom. This one is a barreled aged Imperial IPA. And it comes in at 12.4%. There's a cap that looks something like that. And I'm going to use the opener that the Real Cobra Burnout gave me. 12.4%. I was asked to put up a picture of Farrah. It's really hard to find a good HD picture of her. I mean, you want a really nice image, you could go with the remake by Heidi Klum of that infamously famous poster that probably anybody my age had hanging in their bedroom. I know I did. Okay, well, it has kind of a brownish tinge to it. Has a little bit of a hoppiness, not all that much. Cheers, Mr. Holster. Oof. Oofta. I did check. I had what, four? They're 4-packs, and I had 4 of the other one, 3 of the other ones, and or I had 1 of these missing. So it seems awfully suspicious, but evidently I had 1 of these when I did blog radio. By then it was probably a little bit past a good review moment in time. So we can talk about this one though. There's a sweetness right up front. It's like it's not like a tropical fruit. It's kind of like a floral, sweet, tropical, almost candy-like sweetness. I mean, it's really well done. I mean, I can't pinpoint it. It's like they've nailed a flavor all to themselves. It's kind of reminding me of some kind of a candy I had as a kid. Of course, that wasn't 12.4% by volume, but booziness. It's not boozy in any way, but it definitely has a little bit of a. I mean, you can hide 12.4%, but you know, you can stick the fat elephant behind the phone pole, but you can't completely cover both his ass and his front butt at the same time. Let's try to nail down some comments at the same time because I'm really looking. It was raining earlier this morning, which ruled out a range trip, and now here we are at the later half of the afternoon. I've just got. I would have already probably had this brew review done and in the can, as they may say, but I just when I was getting ready to turn the camera on, Jim's Hornet Fixer's weekend rant popped up, and well, I dimmed the lights and pulled out some Vaseline and, you know, slipped into something with no clothes, and I watched Jim in full screen right there, and poured me a black IPA, and rest is history. So I'm looking forward to going outside and burning one. stopped on my way home the other day, and I picked up some goodies from Maturo Fuente, Punch. I've never had anything from Acid, but I've heard or Acid, but I've heard some good stuff from them, and I decided to pick up a few things from them, and grabbed a few more things from Cohiba. So I haven't decided what. Kind of leaning towards the way the day is, you know. Kind of leaning towards the Punch for today, or maybe the Maturo Fuente. I want something with a little bit of push behind it. Kind of like, never mind. First was Rich Fu Master 2. Rich again, dang, you aren't fooling around. That was a quick first sip. I think that chick in the back is looking at your ass. I could feel it warming up, Rich. Zeus, drinking and playing with fireworks for the win. Nice. I was doing some cleaning and I found a whole, see, in this neck of the woods, there's a few things that are, you know, it's amazing how you can, you know, what do I got back there? Blackjacks. You know, the things that go and then blow up. Yeah, you know, it's you can't have those. I mean, in this state, there's a few other things you can't have, and of course, you know, I respect my government so much that I, you know, those are all things that I totally follow and abide by all rules. Oh shit! Speaking of which, I gotta clean the suppressor. Don, trees are blowing. Third, what a compromise. Rich again. I agree that scope goes well with the rifle. You should always tuck your wad. Yeah. Speaking of which, I finally one guy made the comment that the Zulu stock was no, and that I should take it off there. You know, it's just funny as I went to go pick it up, and the little kind of like rubber-backed foam cover for the buffer tube wasn't on it, and I'm just like, okay, there's only one way to get that on there, and that was it was actually already on there, but you'd have to slide it off, but somehow it decided to basically unzipper itself or rip. And since I had some of this like rubber nylon, it's not string, it's actually like, you know, it's stretchy, and I had the pieces that I cut off the front and tossed, and I realized, you know, you kind of got that wrap look at the front, so I just kind of gave it the wrap look at the back. I mean, it's not like it's necessary back there, but, you know, it's like right where your cheek is, so it actually feels good. I mean, if someone else has another option or an idea, I'm all ears, but right now I just made 2 loops, and, you know, and it kind of covers it. Few people have made comments. Smile Money, you're one of them. Wade, over on the ebomey side, about you know, some color. Some color would be good. Maybe it was Rich Fu Master 212 too. I don't know. There was at least 3 people that, you know, and I just went with all black. I mean, I could have ordered the flat dark earth, but the only thing I was considering, and I don't know if it makes a difference. Yeah, it's kind of by design. It's supposed to be like that. I was thinking about flipping that around because it's like flat dark earth on the inside, but didn't really come with any directions. And the way the strings and everything run on it, it's kind of designed to be the way you see it. I don't know. Several of you, Wade, Smile Money, all made the comment about color filling the Matador Arms logo. I mean, you could color fill the Sabertooth MK2 thing, and to be totally honest, I gave it a try, and the cuts, the lettering is if the lettering was dished out, what it is it's just outlined, and everything I tried, it just like it's just, I don't have the magic touch to make it happen. If there's some way I could, yeah, you know, but tell you, here's the downside of this whole color fillings thing. I've known several people, and I won't mention any names. I've seen several people do the color fill thing, and they just really go crazy, and by the time it's all done, it just honestly looks, I guess shit is the word I'm looking for. Man, this would be good with a cigar. I'm sure some of those flavors that I'm getting are a combination of the tropical flavors mingling with like the oak of the inside of the barrels. Again, it you know, it's kind of always an open-ended thing when you get these, where it says barreled aged. Well, that's great, but were those virgin barrels? You know, were they wine barrels? Were they whiskey barrels? What the F were those barrels? I'm putting forth an effort today to see if I can get through this brew review without profanity. I mean, you can get your point across, you know, without blowing the F up. Rich again. Now, that's how I want to go out. And yes, liquor is liquor. Rich again. Holy crap. You're carrying a lot of goodies. I love the paramilitary too. One day I will have one. Oh yes, I will. I want to be able to stay up like this after tonight. Going back to work on Monday, or at least I'll be there in the, or we'll be there in the tool crib. This has been a lot of fun being back in the swing of things. Heck yeah, still got to do the video chat there though, Rich. Rich again, I'm glad you reminded me yet again your new video of the SKS build tonight didn't show up in my feed. I had to go to your channel to find it. I don't know why they won't show up in my feed. I've already had this discussion, and this is where it gets very, very discouraging. I'm happy for guys that deserve it, but I think it's grossly bullshit when you work your ass off, enjoy what you're doing, and I feel do it for all the right reasons, and try to reach people to be able to show people things like the Zulu stock, the Matador Arms chassis, and yet I put up I put up a video, and all I've been getting lately is how people are like, well, I thought you stopped doing videos because I'm not getting any notifications of your stuff, or I'm unsubbed, or, you know, all that kind of shit. Case in point, I hope it doesn't happen to everybody. I carry one. He put up that video on the Ruger 1911 chambered in 10mm, and within like 5 minutes of being up, I think he had 185 views. It went up fairly late at night. By the following morning, he was already rolling towards 1,000 views. I should have I Carry One put up all of the giveaway videos from this point on, because I don't know what YouTube has done or why they're doing it, but people just are not getting notified of my stuff, and it's very discouraging, especially when I get to work with some of the best companies, some of the nicest people, and then you're like, cue the crickets. Yeah, that's great. Let's give Eric a deal on some parts, and then oh yeah, nobody watches this video, so why should we do that? That's an excellent question. I wish we had an option other than YouTube, because it's quite obvious. I mean, case in point, you want to see all my videos disappear? Like, this channel has no videos. The ebomey channel has 3. They're all Magnum boot videos. If you put your video, or if you put your YouTube account in restricted, So that's the other thing. You know, channels that are restricted like mine, they are doing nothing. They are doing nothing to promote me. They are not helping me in any way. They do not give a flying fuck. As a matter of fact, I am willing to say that they are going out of their way to make sure that people can't find my channel. Maybe so I'd get discouraged and give up. I will never give up. I'm discouraged because obviously if you put forth the effort and want to show people stuff like what Matador Arms has and what it's capable, you know, what you can take. See, I'm not a great example. I mean, I'll openly admit that this is not a great example. You know, when you can take some piece of crap like this, haha. Now, if I would have purchased any of the ones that I found locally for their over exaggerated prices, and I would have said, you can take something that looks just like this and turn it into something that looks just like this. Now that's a different thing. That one on the other hand, I can honestly say when I look at that one, it makes my heart pitter patter almost as much as this one, because you guys know me. I'm more into that edgy, tactical, aggressive look of something modernized and sported out, and less of something that looks like a hunting rifle. Granted, a hunting rifle with a bayonet on the end of it, because you never know when you might have to adios your deer point blank range. But yeah, YouTube has gotten very, very, very discouraging, and I hope for the sake of some really good channels that I follow, like I Carry One, I hope that they don't start blocking and restricting your shit so people can't find you, because obviously they are. What?
Don't give me that attitude.
It's Farrah Fawcett Day.
I was gonna say, that looks like Farrah.
It was requested that I find a Farrah, and it's really hard to find a Farrah Fawcett picture that when you blow it up and put it on this TV doesn't turn into like pixels, and you can't barely even see what you're looking at. But
yeah, back in the day she was the hot chick.
Foodmaster Chew again, Rich, another great show and looked very tasty. It sucked I won't get to see that other founder's beer tomorrow night. Cheers, brother. What brings you down?
Do you have any eye hooks or something along that line that I can use to hang those pots up?
I'd have to go look in the garage. I don't think so. I think we have to get some.
Alright. That means it's a trip to the penis store.
Bummer.
God.
Sucks.
Yeah. Okay then.
Okay then. Is it still sunny out?
Yeah, but it's cold out.
I don't care.
It's like 60 degrees.
Okay. Zeus, Hollow Sun is what I'm thinking about. Also, been watching the company, and they are always impressive.
What'd you put on my cock?
I put a...
Choose your words carefully. What the hell is that?
It's that bracelet
Oh,
that Johnny sent you.
that's Green Bay colors. Green Bay Packer colors.
Actually, that sound like a wuss. They must have some pretty big people there down in Texas. See, that's like even a little bit big for me. And the one that he sent for me is like gigantic. And I don't know of a way that I have no skill set. Maybe when Agent Chaos is here, Maybe he can.
Oh wow, that is.
You can probably take that off without having to undo it.
Ta-da!
Yeah. See,
It's hard to know though when you're doing bracelets like this of any kind. It's hard to know what
unless
the correct
you do
size
that.
is. Huh?
Unless you do that.
Yeah.
Got 3 different sizes.
Put them back.
Yeah, it kind of sucks because I really like the colors on that one. I wanna see if someone's here for the shoot this year that can take a few stitches out of it, because I really want to be able to wear it.
Is next weekend 4th of July weekend?
Johnny will be here on Wednesday.
Okay.
Which means me, you, and John Solar need to start making little pieces of paper with people's names on it.
He's got to give me the list.
I told John we need to get on this, and he told me to stop stressing out that we would have...
No, does he realize how long it's going to take to put out a spreadsheet with all these names on here? So yeah, I need the list like RFN. Just saying.
You guys listen to her show last night? It was pretty good. I sat outside, smoked a big ass cigar at the fire pit.
And it wasn't you that was cutting out, it wasn't your phone. Because when I listened to it this morning just to see, it was cutting out. So I don't know what was going on.
Alright. So what you're saying is I punched through, kicked, and tossed my phone for no apparent reason?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Hey, look, it's Maryville.
See, I was going liberal today. I was going for my safe place guns, the things that make me feel good. And normally you guys always see it the other direction. I have it turned around today so you can see the side charger. And then of course nothing says safe place like a 1006.
Or some tequila.
Let me pour you some safe place.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm a big girl and I need a safe place.
Okay. You have your own safe place? Bulwark 1911, 12.4, I'm gonna come. Tardisius. Old Zipples never die, they just run out of fuel.
True that.
Trump train. Speaking of that, I got I've been working today, I got a big pile of stuff going out tomorrow. A package on its way tomorrow to Tardisius. Stephen Bush. Stephen Mule Team Steve. And Wade, Big Redneck Papa. I got that that hammerhead brake heading your way. Ed, lucky number 7. Lucky number Slavin. Ant Keck, again, great job on the SKS build. 2 thumbs up. Thank you, I appreciate it, but I'm just the guy that threw... I didn't... See, now, if there was actually some workmanship or craftsmanship or some gunsmithing that had to happen on my end, I just... Well, I guess I can take some credit for, you know, picking the parts. And like I said, finally got one guy that hates the Zulu stock. I just went with what I like. Well, one guy made the only way to make this better is to go with the AK-47 magazine adapter, and I haven't done the research on it if that works with this. But if these pro mags are a good thing, then I'm okay with it. I mean, yeah. I mean, if it was something just simple that just clicked and had a set screw or something in place. If somebody knows about the duckbill, the SKS to AK-47 adapter, and please let me know. I will at least look into it. But I don't have a problem with these. But yeah, so I mean, as far as gunsmithing goes, I guess the only thing that you could consider gunsmithing is threading the barrel, putting the brake on it. Otherwise, this thing just went together so easily. I mean, the only thing I even had some issues with was the release button, and it's not that it's a difficult thing. It's that you really could, if you had a friend there to hold the damn thing, because you're holding multiple pieces, has to be at the right angle, or things can fall out of the inside that are basically setting in place, that are captured when it's all put together. That was just a pain in the ass to put together. That, and the Allen wrench, you have to work inside of the trigger well, so it's like or the trigger guard area. I mean, other than that, it just came down to picking the parts that I wanted to put on it. And that video, obviously, I still have the other scope on it. I had already done that like the night before I started thinking about it. I mean, obviously, that one's on there. That one's staying on there. But thank you, my friend. And Keck, again, looks like it's time to reload the revolver with some Magnum whiskey rounds. Yeah, I guess this thing could be could continue on as a pseudo really cool flask. Meanwhile, I have, I don't know what you were saying right there, but I'm just gonna interpret it as that you should have some tequila. Okay, I think I will. And then top it off. Let's do more than a shot with the little Scully shot glass that Wade sent me. Oh yeah, that's. Obviously that one's done. Gillian 426, I would pick up that gal on the side of the road and take her home. Gillian 426, the SKS is looking very good, Eric. Nice scope. Thank you. Gillian 426, vodka, a 6-shot compromise. Nicely played. God, that was honestly, Johnny Concho, that was really good tequila. Now it's really gone. Yeah, I might have to. Maybe I can soak it. I can take the labels off of it and refill it with some whiskey. That would look good. Gillian 426. Eat at the Y Cafe with the beer chick, if you know what I mean. Cowbell. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know exactly what you mean. J-Dog here, and Keck again. Thank you, sir, for honoring my cowbell request. Wow, that's funny. We got a jingling-jing. Smile money. Now, a few more shifts at the truck stop, and that Ruger 10mm will be yours in no time. Those $5 add up quickly. Yeah, that's actually not that bad of an idea. Sharky 762. Oh man, she went and got her shirt all wet. Let's help her to dry it by taking it off and hanging it out to dry. That would be nice. Sharky, can't wait to see the range video on the SKS. It looks sweet. Oh, as a side note, because someone asked the question, that thing looks like it weighs a ton. How much does it weigh? Well, I weighed them. That SKS. Now let's see. Let's be honest with the differences. This one has a bayonet and no optics, and it weighs. It was just a little bit over 9 pounds. It was like 9 pounds 4 ounces. That's what this one weighs. No ammo, even though right now this is fully loaded and and ready to wreck your day. But I put an empty mag in it so that it was up against an empty mag. 9 pounds 4 ounces. This with the Matador chassis, the what we got. I guess we'll say it's basically a compromise across the board plus optics. This one weighs in at 11.1. So you're talking less than a 3 pound, less than 3 pounds difference between the two of these. Now, now I did not weigh it against, say, like my Justin build, but I can tell you that I believe that one comes in at like 7 pounds. So yet it's another 2 pounds later. But I mean, it's not a light rifle. But then again, awful lot of steel on the SKS. Is it a deal breaker for me? Oh, hell no. Sharky, the rifle used by the Canadian sniper in Dirkistan was indeed a Macmillan TAC 50. Ammo used supposedly was plain off-the-shelf Hornady AMAX match ammo. Range was 3,450 meters, which is about 2.1 miles. I, for one, want to know which optics he used and how the hell he managed to calculate almost 10 seconds flight time in that equation. Yeah, you're talking about boom, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. I mean, that's a long damn flight time for a projectile. Guy must have been standing still. Wade, the pocket dump is awesome, brother. I need to get a phone case myself. Stupidity is the lack of intelligence, understanding, reason, wit, or sense. Stupidity may be imminent, assumed, or defense against grief or trauma. That's it. Trump winning fried the last functioning brain cell of every liberal head. The beer girl is hot but a little too skinny for me. Remember, I'm 6'4" and 400 plus pounds and corn-fed American. It's hard to stop a train. Think about some leather with colored paracord lacing for the SKS stock to brace the look of the heat shield. You need to reload for the tequila revolver. Yeah. Well, yeah, no, yeah, no, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Stephen Bush. Tip up, laugh out loud. Okay. See, I never get how that's supposed to be when it's folded, when it's open. I just know that it has to be in that direction because that's what works the best for me. And I think just about everything I carry. Yeah. Oh, this one's not. Oh, but that one can be switched. I can switch that one. Yeah. Yeah, and I think that one can be switched too. It's another sweet one if you want a nice flyby. I just like the design and this camera's awesome. I love this camera. So like yesterday, Yeah, I gotta switch that one around too. So, like yesterday, Christine's like, well, you're probably gonna get mad at me, and I'm like, what? She goes, I needed a knife, so I just went to your desk and grabbed the first thing that I saw. I'm like, oh my god, what was? If it was on the top, it was probably something I really like. And she was using it to cut open bags of potting soil. Oh well. Steve, I have Doom sitting in the fridge. Tried to review it, but it was the last beer of the night, and the flavors were fucked up for us. I'll have to review it by itself. Yeah, because last night, after much tequila and many other beers, it was nothing special. Today, completely different story. It's got that buttery thing going too. Not like some, but my buddy JD from across the pond, not the JD, the other JD. I only watched this because I needed to pee. Thoroughly disappointed. One time I actually needed to hear your bilge pump running. It's not, prick. Yeah, it's actually well, yesterday, no, they say my house is sitting on a natural spring, so it has a tendency to go off more than anybody around me. But no, it's been a few days, but I'm actually surprised the lawn must have dried out pretty good, and there was like no saturation to get to this point, because there was enough rain earlier this morning that normally you'd be good for a pee, but we're a day late on that. And the last comment is from Mr. Holster. Minute 13, there you go. And like I said, this was a 4-pack, and I've got 2 left. And I am going to smoke me. God, decisions. I think I'm going to go with the punch. I'm going to light up the punch. Sit outside. I'm going to drink another one of these and smoke a punch. Other than that, for all those people interested, I'll give you a 1006 flyby. Doesn't matter. Both sides are awesome. That Jim, he's just on to some shit. And I'm actually behind. He's got his Guns of This Year video available. Like I said, I got the Hogue grips on this one, and absolutely love it. This gun felt too small in my hands without it. With the Hogue, perfect. So disappointed with the Hogue on the 5906 that I went back to the stock ones. And oh yeah, we got some of my brother-in-law's Go F Yourselves in here. And of course, where would I be without a flyby? By the most blood racing thing that I have in my safe. And that's this guy. Stop focusing on Farah. Wow, this thing is useless. Useless, I say. Yeah, fuck you. I mean, eat a dick, camera. That threaded brake. Adjustable gas block. Thermal dissipator. Not the hand guard that I wanted on this rifle, but to me it just says classic JP, so I just said fuck it and left it. I mean, I said screw it and left it. US Optics ER25 no longer being made. Armageddon roller trigger. And like I said earlier, the price of admission, if you notice, no charging handle. Traditional charging handle, that's because it gets a side charger. There is just never enough times to get out to shoot this rifle. think it needs a bigger knob though for the elevation. Okay guys, what should we look at tomorrow? Monday after I've made my trip to the post to drop off a big ass pile of boxes. Tomorrow, why don't we look at something from the dudes? First thing I had from them I was pretty impressed with. This is Blood Orange Juice Box Series. Blood Orange Amber. An ale made with natural flavors. 6.5%. We'll take a look at this one tomorrow. Otherwise, cheers guys, and try to enjoy your Monday. I will. Let's see, what am I doing tomorrow? Yeah, I should have an okay day. So, okay guys. See you tomorrow.